right, good morning, guys. Welcome back. You can see I'm on the right side of the car. So we're gonna be doing another car review. The owner was nice enough to let us take this out. We're gonna go up and do a car show, cars and coffee meet, and do the review on the car. So you guys hang out with me, let me know what you think, and we're gonna have another fun one. All right, thanks. All right, guys. So yeah, we are out here in a right-hand drive MK4 Supra. This has to be one of the most classic JDM cars outside of the GTR. So I'm gonna run through. I'm gonna do a little bit more driving. I'm gonna show you guys some close-ups of the car, and y'all let me know what you think, and we're gonna keep having fun. All right, thanks.
We're live.
You're recording? Are you sure?
56.
Hey, did he tell you what he did to me last time?
I filmed the whole thing and it wasn't recording.
I filmed like 10 minutes.
Yeah, you're recording.
I filmed like 10 minutes, and he's like, dude, that was sick. And I walked in behind the camera, and I was like, cool, it's not recording. And he's like, no, you're kidding. I was like, no, it's not recording.
I was so mad.
Let's shoot it all over again. All right, guys, we're back for another one. As I gave you a little sneak peek inside the car, we have this beautiful, beautiful MK4 Supra, which in my opinion is kind of the epitome, the top JDM car to have. I know there's gonna be some argument behind that. That's cool, drop it in the comments. Out of the 90s, early 2000s car, for JDM cars, what's your favorite? Now, for none of the reasons why I typically love a car is the reason I love this Supra. For me, this isn't a track car. For me, it's a daily, you know, but I'm not gonna take it up in the canyons. Typically, they're either single big turbo, or they end up more of a straight line car. I mean, they get a ton of horsepower. We can all argue about that 2J and how much power that thing holds, but for me, like all the things I typically use a car for, that's not what this Supra's for. But I would 100% want this car in my garage, okay? For all the JDM cars, for what it is, this car just, it invokes that feeling inside of you of what a true Japanese JDM car is. The 2J, come on, you know, the seating position, again, this is another one of the cars where they were thinking about the driver. The inside, it's literally like a cockpit. You sit in there and everything surrounds you. You know, it's such a, it's a driver focused car. I'm gonna show you this one and show you what this very, very, very kind owner let us do for this car, because he let us take it out. He let us take it all the way to a Cars and Coffee event and still shoot it, which is just awesome to be able to have this car for basically the day and just be able to enjoy it. On some of the car reviews and some of the things I shoot, it's so quick, like you don't get time to truly enjoy the vehicle. So in this one, we drove it all the way down to Long Beach, drove it back, hit a meet with it, everything else. And it was really, really an enjoy to drive. I like driving a right-hand drive car, as you guys know. It's one of the reasons I have my 32, and it's one of the reasons all the next cars I'm looking at are all right-hand drive, you know, JDM goodies. But I'm going to show you guys some details of this specific, wow, I almost made that whole thing. This specific Supra, and that was too many, I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys some of the details on this car. Details, that's the word I should have used. All right, guys, so we're gonna open up the hood. Just so you guys know, take notice of these beautiful, beautiful headlights were courtesy of McRib 47 on this car, okay? So if you ever need some JDM parts, hit them out, okay? It's not just Harbor Freight videos, but he also dabbles in JDM parts. So these are the Euro headlights here, which are glass. They actually really clean up the front end. As beautiful as this car is, they really do help. So I'm gonna open up and show you guys what we got under here. Maybe, maybe not. All right, so here's the argument. Is this the best JDM engine? Is this the best 90s, 2000, even through current engine? What do you guys think? Is it a 2J? Is it an RB? Is it a rotary? I try not to laugh when I said that. But no, honestly, the rotary, you can't deny what a rotary is. Everybody else is laughing behind camera, but it's true. Like, a rotary is actually a good engine as long as you don't mind pulling it out every couple thousand miles to redo it. And here comes the train once again. All right, so let's take a quick peek inside. Let me show you guys. Like I was saying, this is a very driver's focused car. You can see that the whole center console, dash, everything else is just around the driver. So it's actually pretty cool because, I mean, really, what's the passenger supposed to do anyways? This isn't a rally car. Tell the passenger to hold on because, you know, you're going to go ripping it down anyways. But yeah, everything's right here. It's really easy to see. The way the steering wheel sits, all my gauges are right there. What I like is the speedo is off to the side because what's important is your RPMs right there. We're not worried about how fast we're going. We're worried about our RPMs, and that's the center gauge, which that's how all cars should be, okay? But yeah, it's really, really nice and clean inside. Again, this is the way you want to get, you know, your imported JDM car. It's got a double glove box, which is kind of cool. No safety. Don't worry about the airbags or anything else. We don't need those. But yeah, the shifter. Okay, so here's one of the things that's different in this car. He did, like I said earlier when I was driving it, it did start life as an automatic. It did start life as a non-turbo. So it's got the 2J up front. For transmission, he decided to go with a 370Z transmission, which for availability, price, and everything else, why wouldn't you? I mean, if you ever have an issue, you drop it out, you put another one in, and it's relatively inexpensive versus trying to find a 6-speed Super Trans. So we're gonna move on. I'm gonna show you the back of this car because honestly, it's my favorite part of the Supra. The Supra has these hips on it that, like, it's just, you can spot this car from anywhere. I mean, it is just like a beautiful big booty, okay? And I'm trying to, my cameraman can't help himself. He is not helping this process at all. You good? Do you disagree that this doesn't have one of the most beautiful booties out of all the 90s cars?
Any car.
Yeah.
Reminds me from the movie Cars. Those
Yeah.
cool tuner cars that are...
No, really, like, so we're laughing about it, but that's one of the things that makes the Supra the Supra. Everybody knows the Supra for having just this huge rear end, just this nice round booty. I mean, that's what it looks like. And I don't know. It's one of those, it's again, one of those reasons why I would love owning the Supra. I like the styling. I really love the way this car looks. Just the round curves of it. There's just, I don't know. There's something about it that I really enjoy. It reminds me, and I mean this in the most loving way, but it reminds me of like an EG or like an older Honda that was like really round for a little bit, almost that egg shape. Now, of course, this isn't egg shape because it's super sleek, but that's kind of the same feeling. And I don't know. Let's go to the back. Let me show you what's at the back. Now, there is no denying this booty, okay? This right here, this is the booty of all booties for the 90s cars, okay? And we all laugh about it, but it's true. I mean, that's the thing about this Supra. It's got this nice, beautiful, rounded bumper. It rounds into the fenders or the hips, and it really is just a beautiful car. And then, of course, the taillights. Back in the 90s, these taillights were so abused, they were taken out, put on every Honda Civic, Integra. They were just put on all the cars. And I'm surprised that there's still Supra taillights around, because I swear they put them on every car through the 90s. It was just absolutely ridiculous. I'm glad we've kind of moved from that phase. But yeah, you guys, I always ask for your comments. I really do. I read through all of them. I try and respond to as many as I can. But I'd like to talk about it. So, with the Supra, one, what do you guys think about this booty? Am I incorrect in saying out of the 90s and 2000s, we'll run that era of cars, that this isn't the best looking back or rear of a car? And then, so what's the best engine? Okay, I'll be honest with you guys. I absolutely love the B series. Any of the Honda B series, especially in the Type Rs. So you go like a B16B, a B18C, all the B series engines I really enjoy. I love the sound of them. I love that 9K up into VTEC, like I really do. But you've got, what, the 2J out of this? Makes, what, 1,000 horse if you want to with a stock bottom end. You've got the RB, which the RB sound is just beautiful. You can make not 1,000 on a stock bottom end, but you can make a fair amount of horsepower. And both the cars, if you want extreme amount, you can make 2,000 horsepower. You know, they'll hold it. You've got rotaries. Let's see, what else do we have? What else was a really, oh, the SR. Yeah. What do you guys think about the SR? I mean, the 4G, the Evos. Yeah, the Evos. Well, those are, but I mean, yeah. If any of them survived, you know, they were cool. They held power for like a pull or two, you know, and then that was usually it. You know, but what was your favorite engine, or what is still your favorite engine? What car are you driving right now because it's your favorite? You guys drop those comments below. Let me know what you thought about this car. Let me know what you think about the car reviews. Like I was saying in the last one, if you guys have a car you want me to review, DM me. If you guys are in the SoCal area, we'll see what we can do to hook up and do a shoot. If you guys want to go to the track, let's go to the track. Hit me up. Any excuse for me to go to the track's a good excuse. So let's keep having fun. I'll see you guys at the next one. All right, thanks. Are you recording?
Insert infamous line.
Are you sure?
That's 12, 13 seconds.
All right, cool. So it's a Supra, and you know how it goes. All right. What is it? I owe you a 10-second car? Oh yeah, man. Just pop the hood. What do you mean pop the hood? You know, pop the hood. All right, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna pop the hood. Let me show you guys. All right. Boom. And then there's the whole speech about Mr. Wizard and everything else, and overnighting parts from Japan, and yep, we're gonna have a 10-second car. So the conversation we were having was whether or not the Fast and the Furious made the Supra more popular. It definitely brought it to the forefront, but I don't know that it was only the Fast and the Furious, because in that car, yeah, it was the hero car, but there were a lot of other cars that they highlighted in that, like the FD and I mean, Integras. They had a bunch of different cars in it. You know, they covered it. They covered a ton of cars. Yeah, the S2000. Yeah, Johnny Tran with his S2000. So they were all in it. And nostalgic-wise, yeah. But shortly after that, at least on the East Coast where I was, they were the fastest, I mean, drag racers. For drag racing and straight line, they made so much power. I think that's, I would say that was probably one of the things that brought it out even more than just the Fast and the Furious. That the import community, as it started to expand right after the first Fast and the Furious released, this car was one of the fastest out there. For me coming up, it was the Supra, the STIs, and the Evos. The STIs and the Evos, although there were less of them, they were the ones making big power. Because at the time it was like race pipe, exhaust, tune, and they were all over 500 horse. You know, that's easy and not that expensive to do. The Hondas were super popular, but you weren't making the power with the Hondas. Some guys were, but not on percentage. And that was way before the K series. So everybody was still running the Bs, and for the most part, with the Bs, they were NA. They would switch them over to turbo, but that was at the very, very beginnings before everything started to really take off. I don't know, the Supra's just one of those cars that is really, really iconic. For me, I think one of the things that brought the Supra really into my heart was playing like Gran Turismo. The Supra was one of those cars that you always bought. It was always one of the fastest, and they always had the race prepped ones that you could get, like the JGTC ones, the wide body ones, and everything else. They were always super fast, and typically they didn't turn well enough, so you'd end up running into the wall in the game. But I think that's one of the reasons, like, the Supra was as popular as it was. And really also, like, the GTRs were the same way. The games, the GTRs were always the fastest in the games, so you'd always get a GTR. They were always highlighted in movies because it was something that you could, like, for here in the States, you could just never get them at that time. But now that we're hitting that 25-year rule, man, like, all of these cars are coming out. So all of these great 90s, 2000s JDM cars are now available. As always, like I say, you guys drop those comments below. What's your favorite JDM car? What's your favorite 90s, 2000 car? Is the Supra that car? Is the NSX that I did a review on last week that car? You guys let me know, and we'll talk about it.